ANC in the province has multiple regional conferences coming up. Should it not be focusing on elections and pause those? Because those tend to take much more attention than the work at hand as far as the electorate is concerned, because you're getting to a point where the people who need to keep you in power are not ANC supporters, it's the electorate, it's the masses who feel unseen, unheard, uncatered for.
Yeah, I think the leadership will have to guide us there so that you don't have a one size fits all approach. What if you have a region where there's consensus and they are all agreeing that Tshidi will be their leader and Lebogang the deputy and whatever? Why do you say they shouldn't go to conference? In fact, it might be an opportunity to show that you have structures that can reach consensus and they focus on policy issues. They come out there more united with the program. So I would say the leadership would have to make an assessment and a determination. And of course, in instances where we are likely to have more problems after a conference, doesn't make sense to go to that conference. We should be focusing more on building strong structures and making sure that we make an impact where we govern, even in the municipalities.
You know, there's an interesting view. Speaking of contested, uncontested, there's an interesting view around, I've got to go to 2027, obviously, that it shouldn't be a contested outcome, that the ANC needs to manage it because you can't afford another severing. You can't afford another splinter. It cannot be done. Otherwise, that's the end of the ANC. Where does Lebogang Maile stand on that argument?
Well, at the right time, I will express my view, because remember...
Why can't the right time be now?
Because we were told not to speak about the leadership question in public. I mean, why would I do something
You're not
different?
throwing in names. I'm asking you what's ideal.
What's ideal is a united ANC. But what does a united ANC mean? It doesn't mean not contesting. So that's why I'm saying I will, at the right time, say what exactly has to happen. But we need a united ANC, that is cohesive. But what does that mean? Does it mean you must pretend and not contest, and then you emerge with Tshidi who might not be appealing to society, Tshidi who might cause more damage and all that? So there has to be intense discussions over a period of time. No, don't start with names. Start with the policies. Start with our performance, the implementation of our program. Let's look at how the organization is now. That should be the last issue. And that's why there is wisdom in the leadership saying, let's not discuss these issues in public as yet. And I agree fully with them. And that's why I don't have any reservations. But I'm saying, if you were to discuss that, start on the politics of the ANC. Look at our strategy and tactics. Are we still adhering to what we agreed in Morogoro, which was conceptualized as the National Democratic Revolution? And what does it mean today, where we are?